Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all having a pleasant Wednesday. I'm going to need to reload my palette because I took what was on there off, as it was all going to be kind of gross. So let's toss some more on. So put titanium white right there. There. Blue. Why are you not staying open? Damn your phone. I want you to fall asleep. Wait, what? There we go. That's better. Don't know why it was being dumb. That on there. Using the permanent rose as my red. Okay. I will need, at the very least, I'm going to need the brown. And, well, if I'm putting the brown on, I may as well just fully load the damn palette. Sorry, cat. Go. There it is. Yeah. Sorry for disturbing you, little miss. There we go. Alrighty, my palette is reloaded, and I am ready to go. Really should be a little bit more neat, I guess is the right word. He's back. Or diligent. Diligent is the word that I'm looking for when it comes to cleaning off the palette and whatnot when I am done for the week. All of this can just go over here. I'm not using any of it. Not one damn bit of it. Okay. Let's get you down here and peeking at you. Okay, so I think I might do the same blue with the metal plates on her bracers there. Thinking about it, I think that'll tie everything together nicely. Like with the blue that I already have on there and whatnot. So I think that is what I'm going to go towards. I really hope everybody can hear me okay. If not, I'm going to feel very foolish. Okay. So, so yeah, that's dry. I'm gonna have to put a small layer. I need to start with some stuff anyway, but I'm gonna have to, like, what I start with, I'm gonna have to start thin. Let's a little bit of the white spirits. And in as I go. Get soaked up before you damage something. It's going to be for cleaning brushes, and I'm going to have to get a bunch more of this. Great. Hey! Now, as is customary, coffee is love, coffee is life. Okay. This guy here. Grab some white. It's going to come over here. We're going to thin it way the fuck down. So we're going to start with some fur, I think. So I apologize for being late as well. Do I have one of those? I do, but I'm gonna try and catch it anyway. But I was watching the last episode of Jujutsu Kaisen because they finally put the dub up on Crunchyroll. And I'm just gonna put this out there. The end of the fight with Mahito was fucking anticlimactic. I know it set other stuff up, like for anybody who's watched it, or cares to watch it. Like, I know it set other shit up. to happen, and like plot-wise, it had to happen. I get that. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I think it. I don't know. Like I said, it made the fight feel anticlimactic. Like, there's this whole setup scene. It's fucking poignant and badass. And then... Nope. Robbed. Like, it's just anticlimactic. I do wish it would have gone differently, but again, like I said, I understand why it went the way it. Like, narratively, it works. It's just, you know, as my opinion, a little disappointing. A little bit disappointing. So, for those of you who are watching and, you know, maybe want to learn something, I'm not the person to learn how to paint oils from. I'm just going to throw that out there. You are learning with me. And B, basically what I'm doing here is, like, this has been sitting for a couple of days. Because, like, it sat over the weekend, and then I was supposed to start it back up yesterday, but I didn't have the spoons. So I'm putting a super, super thinned out bit of titanium white over the fur area. So it being super, super thinned out, it sticks a lot better to the piece. And then because it's oil paint and takes forever and a fucking day to dry, it will help the other layers stick on top of it. Now, granted, there's not going to be a lot as far as other layers, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick possibly with the blue. Not 100% sure. I haven't quite decided yet. I might actually go with purple and then work some purple in, because I do love me some Diox purple, and I have a lot of blue that's going to be on this as it is. Like, quite a bit of blue. So, like, I do want to get to the point where I can do the OSL tomorrow, because I was planning on... Well, I might have to just do the AOSL next week. Because I'm gonna have to re-moisten a few areas for that anyway. But yeah, like basically right now I'm just putting in like the base layer that I'm going to be starting with and building off of. Do. But yes, for those of you who are new here, because there may be new people, never know. I'm Magical Hack. I paint minis. I talk shit. I drink coffee. I sometimes play video games. Generally on the weekends. Ah. You know, it is entirely too bad that I can't connect my bot that I have to YouTube. And have it do stuff on my YouTube channel like I have it do on my Twitch channel. There you are. You're still there. Oh, I recently... Hey there, kitty. How are you doing? I recently got some new art that I'm going to be sharing in the Discord eventually. You know what? No, I have to dick around with my phone. I don't really feel like doing that. I'm sorry to hear that. The not really, but... Let's kind of try and snake this in here. Alrighty, there we go. Really should change that red grass call out and have it say something different. Okay, so we got that. Alrighty. And anyone can chime in, should they so choose. Because I have a little bit of a dilemma that I'm facing right now. I'm not going to leave. That is a good thing. Therapy helps. You have to give it a fair shake, but it does help. I am a very big suggester of therapy myself, considering I am in therapy myself. So, back to what I was saying. The fur. I can hit it and blend some brown in. I can blend some purple in. Or I can blend some blue in. Now, the blue, there's going to be a lot of blue on the model as it is, considering the axe, the OSL from the axe, the hair, the purple. Honestly, and like, don't take this as me telling you what to do. This is just a suggestion. You should approach it, you know, in good faith and be upfront with them. And like, I understand it takes a bit to open up. It did with me, but like I said, you have to give it a fair shake. Otherwise, it's not going to be effective. A little bit of the white on here, but that's fine. I get that. And that is ridiculously unfortunate. To thin this down just a little bit. I didn't want the... God damn it. Okay. I think I just ruined that. So I'm gonna have to try this again. Okay. A little bit of this. I might use that white for something else. And thin this down. Sure. I don't know if I can help, but... Start on the boots. Yeah, I can understand that. That's... like, not... You know what I mean. I can understand why it would be a not really type thing. Sharky, welcome in. Hey, okay. You know what? It's not exactly what I was going for, but I am okay with this.
First blood!
You snooze, you lose. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go put some white over top of this just to kind of bring some highlights in, but I think this is the good option. Possible answer. Not really. You will have to give me a refresher. It has been a while since we had chatted, so. Like, it sounds familiar, I just don't remember any detail. Okay, yeah. I think that's what they were called before they got turned into... Yep, no worries. Before they got turned into the Necrons. Like, I thought that was the original name of their, species. Race? Species? Species, I think, sounds more accurate. Oh, do tell. Oh. We're gonna grab. You were the 2, weren't you? Yeah. You. And we're going to start on you. Probably make sure I'm doing this on camera. Be more interesting for the people watching at home. And this is a homebrew character of yours, right? Okay. Interesting.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The
Name of the ship was the Billy O'Teal. The waves blew hard about the town below me, bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the time is done, we'll take our leave and go.
She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a
Right
right whale
went
bore.
well,
The captain called all
our
hands
hands
and swore he'd
take
take
that
that
whale
whale
in
in
tow.
tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Before the boat had hit
Hit the water, the whale still came up and caught her.
to the side,
Harpooned and fought her when she dove down low.
soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. He took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost.
There we go.
Only 4, and still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far
I mean,
the fight's still on, the line's not cut, and the whale's
I've played characters like that,
regular call to encourage the captain.
like in TTRPGs, so
The wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll
hell, I've built characters like that in video games. Glass cannons can be a fun build. And to be fair, that's how fucking at one point when playing WoW, rogues used to do their builds. I remember when rogue tanks were a thing. Okay, so let us so we're gonna actually break out the even smaller brush. We need to. This brush is gonna get cleaned. Well, might get cleaned. And we need to take brown. Go right there. Right there. Take some of this. We are going to clean this out a bunch. That's fair. Now, let's try and have a steady hand. We trace this shit onto here. That. On there, and yeah, I think I might even just leave this just the burnt umber. This is burnt umber, right? Burnt? Yep, burnt umber. I think it is a nice counterpoint. For all of the other colors. Patchwork, welcome in. How you doing? Alright. Yep, no worries. Do what you gotta do. I will probably be here. And why ugh, Patchwork? What makes the ugh? Yeah, I can appreciate that. Though that's not necessarily the universe saying that you're getting old, because, you know, I know people who slip and fall and hurt themselves all the time. Every winter, in fact. Okay, specifically, I'm talking about one of my exes. Does this feel like it's a not well? Okay, I guess that works. I mean, I've slipped and fallen inside of buildings, and it's been painful. Though, weirdly enough, the technically worst fall I've taken didn't hurt. So there's a story behind this. Well, not a long story. It's a very short story. I was working at a Harvey's Swiss Chalet when I was in my 20s. It was actually early 20s, so it was before I went to college. For those of you Americans who don't know what Harvey's Swiss Chalet is, it's a fast food chain here in... Oh, sorry, no. They prefer the term quick service. It is a quick service place here in Canada. I don't know if you guys have Harvey's down there. But they are way better. Yes, Harvey's. They're way better than most other fast food places. Like, hands down. Most of them still actually use a fucking charbroiler and cook their meat over fire. I mean, it's gas, but they still cook their meat over fire, which counts. Check fucking mate McDonald's. Ah, crap. There's more fur that I gotta do. Okay, I gotta do the fur before I fucking do any more of that. Damn it. Poopy toots. Can't do the belts. I have straps. Straps! I have straps to do. There's a lot of brown on this. Yeah, I kind of figured. But like I said, it is fucking fast food place that still actually cooks their food. But yeah, so I was working there, and it was right after our lunch rush. It was during the middle of winter, and my task was to clean the deep fat fryers. So, fairly simple task. You dump out the oil, the really old stuff gets thrown into the oil bin in the back. Other oil gets rotated, we put new oil into the like primary fryer. Well, as I'm taking the oil to the bin that's supposed to get like dumped, I have to cross the drive-thru. And as I've mentioned before, this is the middle of Goram winter. They're a bit further north than I am now. Like, we're talking up on Lake Huron. So not necessarily a fair bit north, but like a bit north of where I am now. And yeah, one thing leads to another. All of a sudden, I'm looking up at the sky as I'm falling with two metal buckets of oil that I just removed from a deep fat fryer that had just been used to cook with. Yeah, I surprisingly didn't burn myself. There was another time on a closing shift there. I can't remember if it was during winter as well. It may have been. We were taking out the recycling bins for the day. It was like the last thing we were doing. Taking out the recycling bins. The bin had to go to the sidewalk. And as I'm going across the fucking parking lot with this, like, think wheelie trash can, like with the like lid that goes the clamshell lid, like the typical garbage can that you would expect to see in a fucking neighborhood, but chock full of newspaper. Like newspapers. Full. To the brim. Nothing else can go in there. Packed with fucking newspapers. Now imagine how heavy that would be. Like, we're talking a garbage can that goes up probably about like 3.5, like is about 3.5, 4 feet tall. I can tell you how heavy that would be. Very heavy. Because it fell on top of me. And I had to push myself out of that situation from under this heavy ass thing of fucking newspapers. Yeah, that place had it out for me. I can say from experience, those things do light up and burn very, very nice. I think we've gone over the fact that I've done an arson once or twice when I was younger. Or the restaurant, it doesn't, it's not there anymore. Last time I went, I think it was a Tim Hortons. That was also the building that the sister of one of my coworkers at the time, who was coming to pick her up from work, ran into the building. Like, enough to leave a crack in the outside fucking facade. Yeah. Um, the franchisee was kind of a dick too. He liked to yell at people. And he had some, which, okay, was kind of fucked up because considering he had some issue with his lungs, where if he started yelling too much, like the walls of the insides of his lungs were too thick. So like if he got too excited or he started yelling too much and shit like that, he would end up like in like very serious coughing fits. I need to take some of that off of there. Yeah, and he was a yeller. There is a name for the condition, I just don't remember what it is. No, it's not asthma. It's something like far more severe. It has like a long and like imposing sounding name. Asthma, I would have remembered. There it is. It could be what it is. Sounds about right. I do remember that the dude was a dick, and apparently he's dead now. And I don't know if it's obvious, but no, I don't subscribe to that whole "don't speak ill of the dead" thing. Um, like I'm not gonna badmouth him, but I'm not gonna lie about him either. Yeah, it could be either or. Um, apparently he had it from a kid, like since he was a kid type deal, and I know I have one of those, so I'm just gonna throw a great ball at that. Even that little bit of stuff makes the boots look a lot better, in my opinion. Oh, pardon me. Not sure where. Okay. I think I see it. Right there. Yeah, you caught it. Now you have one. Alrighty. Well, let's get started working on this one. Alright. Do for now, at least. Okay, so we're gonna have to clean this off. There, and you. Okay. Bring this down just a little bit more. Make sure I have enough to do what I need to do. Okay. Was done. That's how you break things. Okay, so I think the edge of the skirty bit, I think I might do as black.
3, 9, 10.
We've come to dance with you again, because there are quotas that we aren't keeping. We'll never meet them if you're left sleeping. And if the summer themes we beamed into your brain still remain, it's just the sound of silence. We kept you dreaming peaceful while we arranged our portal tiles. Neath our heartless masters' watchful eye, you'll cheat there for us to analyze, or you'll be stabbed by the spikes of a moving wall that crush your skull. There's just the sound of silence. And when you reach the exit door, you'll find 10,000 chambers more. Although we're not sure what that data means, you'll face us in bits and laser beams as machine guns win turrets sing your name as they take aim. It's just the sound of silence.
There we go.
For your mortal dying day.
That does look actually pretty awesome, though.
Hear our words and try to understand.
Really should, like, super thin down a bunch of that. And desaturate it. So that I can, so that I can add just a little bit of brown to her skin tone, because she's entirely too pink. Entirely too pink. Definitely not full of change. Hate doing eyes, even at this scale. Never seem to stay within the fucking boundaries that I'm supposed to. Always end up coloring outside of the lines. You may have gotten it this time. With the help of Q-tip, of course. Something's missing, and I know what it is. Not supposed to be on the floor. Jeez. There we go. Yeah, I made it over an hour without puffing on my vape. That's like a first for a stream.
I do like how that axe turned out. Like, I like that light gradient that's in there. It's more subtle in person than it is on camera. Like, on camera, it's very noticeable. Pardon me. In person, it's a lot more subtle, and it actually, I think it sells a lot better in person than it does on video. So, there's that. More caffeine. My coffee just ran dry. And that's where the shaker cup of Debbie comes in. So I don't know what I'm... I don't know exactly what I want to do for some of this stuff. No, that's not where you go. Like, there's some stuff where I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be cool. I'll do it like this. And then there's other stuff where I'm like, I don't want that to be. I don't know how I want it to look. Our band is gonna be brown. I'm pretty sure I have one of those, but I'll throw an ultra ball at it anyway. I didn't throw an ultra ball at the Zatu because I personally think, as Pokemons go, Zatu is fucking ugly. Have to move. And yes, I have superficial opinions about Pokemons. I am not here to catch them all. I'm here to catch the ones that I want to catch. I'm not here to catch them all. I'm here to catch them some. Okay, so there's some stuff on the belt that I'm gonna do, like basically I am gonna do some TMM with this, like I said before, but it's only gonna be small things. that I'm going to do TMM. Just simply because it's easier. Like, the belt buckle. That's going to be TMM. The, like the little clasps on her top. That's going to be TMM. Why? Because I am fucking lazy. And honestly, if I can get to the point where I can varnish fucking by the end of this week, I will be stoked. But something tells me I won't get to that point. I will try. I will 100% try. Let's get... There we go, we got the brown on that. Is there seriously fur around that? Go ram it. I have to miss stop. I need to use this brush because I need to use a small brush to fucking get where I need to get. Why am I such a bonehead sometimes, chat? Why am I such a bonehead sometimes? I get it. You guys can't answer that either. I mean, hell, I can't answer that, and I'm asking about myself. But yeah, I'm gonna be buying... I'm thinking of buying a new controller for my computer. Since I got paid 3 times this month. Or rather, I get paid 3 times this month. Not gonna lie, it's fucking awesome. Well, okay, so I guess it's 4 times if I include Twitch. Because thanks to you generous motherfuckers, I got a payout this month. I appreciate you guys wasting your money on me. Yeah, I should have painted a bunch of stuff up before I put the shield on. I think not doing so was a bit of a mistake. More just for my, like, pseudo OCD tendencies. Than really anything else. I need to get a smaller smooshing brush. I'm feeling it's gonna feel weird when I'm going back to acrylics when doing commissions after starting to paint with oils. Just because of like how different the techniques are. There we go. I will let you guys assume um what the purple fur is from. Maybe it's a critter that only exists in within Asgard, and some sort of fierce winter beastie. Willkommen. I am still here painting a miniature and talking like I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I always know what I am talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Always. So we're gonna bust out some blue. I wouldn't go that far. I am just an asshole with a paintbrush. Dinner. Let's get these metal plates dealt with. I'm pretty sure. I mean, to be fair, if I was gonna fall to one of the Chaos Gods, it would be to Slanesh. And I would probably end up with, like, paintbrushes that could appear out of my fingers. Because let's just, let's be honest here. All artists in the 40k universe eventually will end up falling to Slanesh. That's why the Imperium basically did away with art. Aha. Maybe. Damn it. That's okay. I still have to paint that part anyway. So... do I have one of those? I do. I will throw Great Ball. I mean, if I don't end up using my Great Balls, I never will. I know that's kind of how that works, but, you get what I mean. I have, like, hundreds of Great Balls. Actually, I should check that at some point in the nearest future. Because I'm pretty sure I have hundreds of Great Balls, but I could be wrong on that. One could say I'm Pokeballin'. Eh? Eh? Terrible, I know. And I probably should be ashamed of myself, but I'm not. Shaboop. Ah, that's completely wrong. Eh. Oh. I should probably look at spending some of those Pokebucks. Because I sure do have a lot of them. Ooh, is it made out of iron? Or steel? No, you said you have a beam. And I will get hit by it. Still, promises, promises. I need... That's gonna have to be... off. Mwah. A little bit. Better. Again, promises, promises. Vaguely. Again, not too many details, but I do remember you mentioning it. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Mm. Fucking tasty. So, um, my honest opinion about stuff like that, fucking give her tits, as it were. That almost looks like it's a robe, but it looks like there's some sort of fucking gem on her forehead. I don't know exactly how I wanna... Like, how do you mean? Like, what system to use? Or... Or how you would start the campaign. There's, you know, options for either of those. Maps, those ones are actually fairly easy. There are a few different options out there for map making tools. If you're looking at like town maps and dungeon maps, I generally suggest Dungeon Draft. It's really fucking simple. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but it's easy enough to pick up. If you're looking at overland maps, like world maps and stuff like that, there's the same company that puts out Dungeon Draft has a program to do like world generation, or not generation, but like do essentially world maps and like regional maps. Though I think you'd probably be able to get away with just using a like a map of North America from the Fallout universe, as far as like the world map type deal, depending on where you wanted to set it. But that's like the beauty of Fallout. Using Dungeon Draft. Here, I'll type it in. I will type it in chat. Boop. For like, if you're making a map of the settlement, I honestly would suggest using Dungeon Draft. Like, there is a cost to it, obviously. Like you'll have to pay for the program. But it's fairly robust. You can add in like artwork and stuff like that. Like you can add in sprites and whatnot, so that you don't always have to use like the basic ones that come with that. There are, like, you can find different like sci-fi and post-apocalyptic image sets that you'd be able to use and stuff like that. So like it's a pretty robust program. Building like a town or a settlement, I would say that's what you would want to use, or something similar. Really, at the end of the day, any like dungeon creating program will generally work for something like that. Because usually I have found anyway that they generally will work for cities as well as dungeons. So we are going to grab a little bit of the red. About that much. Little bit of the thinner. A bit more of the thinner than I wanted. Mix that together. Like, so with that, like, honestly, the easiest way to do something like that is make tables. And just roll on the tables. Like, because, like, do you want, like, random don't think I have one of those. I do have one of those? I'll throw an Ultra Ball at it anyway. But yeah, for something like that, I would suggest just like essentially listing out the options that you want to your players to have access to. And then essentially just build a table. Hey there, Jay, how are you doing? Yeah. So like with something like that, how I would run that would be I would have a table of items that they can roll on. I can understand that. But yeah, I would set up a table that could be rolled on, and then anybody with like luck past a certain point. Or actually, so because you're gonna have a baseline luck. I would say anything with 5 would be 5 luck would be a 0 modifier to the roll. And then you know, 6 would be +1, 7 to basically have a maximum of either a +5 or a -5 to the roll. If that makes sense. And then essentially when it comes to like the other the perks with that you can get that would increase your luck, I would then just have it so that they'll add in like they'll have their own bonuses that they could add in depending on, you know, how, like, what level of a perk it is type deal. You know what I mean? Like, say you had Idiot Savant, I think is one of the ones from 4, which gives you a bonus to luck the lower your intelligence is. So that would be like a 1-for-1 type deal that it would add to it. And like have, you know, at 1 intelligence, you then have an additional +5 to your luck roll. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense here. I mean, yeah. It, like, if you want to have like multiple choice as far as options, maybe have like, say you have, you know, you have like 10 to 15 options, and you put them, you arrange them on a d20 type deal, like a 20 pardon me, a table that, you know, you roll a d20 on. Maybe that +1 to maybe that +1 to ammo will net you more rare ammo. Or like, I would, with something like that, honestly, I would probably try change it so that instead of you being more likely to find ammo, because like with the high luck, you'd be able to find most of, you know, mostly anything anyway. I would have it so that with something like that, you gain more ammo. So like for an ammo roll, maybe you find 1d6 ammo, or, you know, for a fucking 10mm. 10 mil ammo, you roll 1d6. Maybe you have a find more ammo perk, which would put a +1 on that roll. So instead of only finding, you know, 1 to 6 ammo, you're finding 2 to 7, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that shit adds up. But what I would also do, I don't know if you've played Fallout 4. I would assume that you have. But what I would do is I would kind of cap your perks based on, like, your specials. If that makes sense. Like, basically the way they do it in Fallout 4. As far as saying, okay, so until you have 6 strength, you can't take strong back. I think that's the prerequisite for it in 4. You know what I mean? Like, that way, you know, you kind of do have to judge where you're going to spend your points. I feel. I think that would be the more balanced way to go about something like that, especially doing it as like a TTRPG. Because yeah, otherwise, you know, like you say, okay, I'm gonna put fucking. Like, essentially make it so that, like, you have to, like, if you want to be a, you know, a melee monster who's, you know, wearing power armor and hitting people with fucking big-ass mauls and whatnot, you need to invest the strength in it. You can't just be like, I'm going to take all of these perks and, you know, ignore my special stat. Type deal. You know, I want the mysterious strangers, but that means I need to get up to luck 5 or 6. 6? I think it's like 6 for mysterious stranger. And as much as I liked it in Fallout 4, I would suggest having power armor locked behind training. Like, generally not. Generally, I would say that's not a normal thing to happen. Just saying. Though, as weird as it is to do this after a statement like that, I am going to hit that button there. Because it is getting about the 2-hour mark, and I did start late today. Because, as I mentioned at the beginning of stream, I was watching the last... Mike. Damn you, cat. Why did you puke in the living room? Okay, so we are ending stream, but I need to clean up cat vomit. Right up, perfect. Poor Ramit. At least it was like it was moist cat vomit, but like not like super wet cat vomit. I know that's a pleasant thing to hear. So pleasant. I'm gonna reload this. There we go. That's so gross. So gross. Like on Twitch, or I definitely recommend it. Like it is it is most definitely a we're gonna have to do some snoozing. Come on. One more snooze. Snooze. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna go. Oh, yeah. And well, if you're gonna do that, oh, well, that's fair. Let us take a look and see who's doing the what. Hmm. Got some Playmo. Well, if you're fast enough, I'll be able to raid into you. You know what? Let's go say hi to Duggar Juggernaut. Of course you're not in the fucking list. Alrighty. So, as always, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and hanging out. Whether you've been chatting, whether you've been lurking, whether it's your first time in, or you are a regular around here, I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be back tomorrow night with some more painting. At least that's the plan. And I would definitely love to see you all back. You guys are why I do this. If you're watching over on YouTube's, a like and subscribe would be awesome. If you could. And yeah, I hope you all have a great Thursday ahead. Cheers.